I'm blessed to be able to welcome on one of the top prospects of 2022 and Jordan Walsh. What's happening, my guy?
Not much, just chilling, just chilling.
For sure, man. Well, we obviously know you're one of the top guys in 2022. We know it opened up a couple of days ago. I mean, how's your phone ringing? How's all these offers and the recruiting going like right now?
It's pretty good. I'm getting a lot of calls from coaches, who's already offered me, and some coaches who haven't yet.
Mm.
Just start building a relationship with them.
I know for someone like you, I mean, you kind of walked in this process already with a few offers heading into it. Something like Arkansas and other schools. I mean, what's some of these schools like? What's some of the schools you really like talking to a lot right now?
Um, Texas Tech and Arkansas and Purdue, starting to build like a relationship with them, just because we're talking more and communicating more. So yeah, starting to get used to the coaches.
And this is something that obviously you have a while to obviously commit still, just kind of getting into the recruitment process. How do you plan on eventually kind of narrow it down to a starting list and then obviously eventually commit?
I mean, just getting better, I guess. Doing whatever I can to surprise these coaches and show them I'm a new player than I was last year.
And you started off your high school career obviously winning a state championship. And that was a huge thing with you. You and Trae teamed up obviously. Were able to accomplish that this year as we're going down the same road. What kind of do you want to do now for your junior season? What's kind of your expectations for the year?
Um, well, yeah, the season got ended, and it was horrible. But now I feel like we got better. We're more prepared. I feel like we're definitely going back this year.
And let's talk about that duo. I mean, obviously you and Trey is an elite duo. Some that obviously might say is one of the most underrated duos in all the country. What's you guys bond like? What's it like as you guys play together?
We're always attacking each other's throats. It's always, I want to guard him. He wants to guard me. It's never like we're on the same team. Let's dominate. It's always, start a challenge. Let's see who can do this first. Who can get this many points first, or get this many wins in a day.
That's another thing that's different. I think a lot of guys today obviously like the idea of playing with each other at practices, teaming up on the same team, even during scrimmages. I mean, when you guys go at it, how do those games go? What kind of is the energy when you guys go match up one on one in practices?
It's almost like people watch, like sit around and like almost watch us go at each other because we go so hard at each other's. Everybody wants to get a piece of it. So once they see us doing that, they're like, okay, hey, this dude's talking stuff. All right, I bet you can't score more points than me. I bet you can't get more wins than me. And then it's just a domino effect over the whole team.
And who else on your team would say some other guys kind of step up and have some of the most critical roles on the team besides you and Trey?
We have one of our guards, TJ Caldwell. He's big for us. We also got Dallas Hobbs, Brandon Walker. These are all guys that I feel like can help us more this year than they did last year, or can just help us get to where we want to be at.
And for you personally, I mean, you're a guy I can imagine a lot of big prep schools have probably been reaching out to you about possible interest of teaming up with them, going to those teams for junior season, senior season. Is this something you're considering?
It's always a possibility, but for right now, I like where I'm at. I like Coach BT. I like the staff. I like the school and the people I'm around. So for right now, pay family to move.
Without doubt, man. Let's talk about that championship run your freshman season. I mean, dude, we'll go down, cut down the net, and win it all your first year. What was that like?
It was crazy. It was like, who's done this before? Who's done what I've done? Who's accomplished what I've accomplished at this school at this time? It was like, I've done this. Me and Trey, we've done this. Me and BT, we've done this. It's like we're making history.
I know for some guys, obviously, possibly winning 4 years in a row would have been huge. As you said, I mean, you couldn't finish out this past season, but possibly go out there now, win 3 out of 4 years. What would that mean to you?
It'd be a great accomplishment for me personally. Um, to win it 3 years in a row. I mean, obviously I won it four, but threes. That's the next best thing. That's what we got to strive for.
And being an elite prospect, I mean, obviously still have a few more years to develop your game. Is that kind of a play you model your game after, kind of a guy that coaches see you maybe turning into?
Uh, my coach has told me that I can maybe be almost like a Kevin Durant or like some other couple guys that I could see myself being, but right now I'm trying to model my game after KD. And, after my freshman and sophomore season, it's more like building on what I could do But now it's my junior and senior season time. It's time to build to what I want to be for my future.
Absolutely. And for you, I mean, I know AU would have been a huge breakout year for you once again. I know it's something that all guys wanted to have. What kind of do you plan? What kind of were you planning for this upcoming AU season to possibly prove to people? What do you want to accomplish in this AU season if it did happen?
Well, I wanted – well, since before the season started, they told me that there wasn't going to be any Peach Jam. So now this AU season is just like get better, work on the things that I want to get better in, and build some bonds along the way that can help me, better prepare myself for the next level.
Couldn't agree more. And now you head into your upperclassmen years, 2 more years to prove yourself, do other things you want to accomplish. Personally, what's maybe some numbers you want to achieve, or maybe just overall accolades you want to bring in?
For the numbers for high school, I mean, obviously I would want everything to go up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe points, maybe like 25, 30, rebounds, 10, 15, assists, 8 to 10, some numbers like that. And I feel like now that we have better talent on our team, I feel like that's more achievable this year than it has been before.
And you're in the 2022 class, which a lot of people rumor could be the year that you might not even have to go to college if that's the route you want to take. If not, the G League route will still be an option, I can imagine. Are those routes possibly as appealing to you?
Yes. I was talking to my coach the other day. I was telling him, I was like, Coach, we got to get to the gym. We got to work harder. Because, Coach, to be honest with you, I don't want to go to college. I want to go straight to the league or G League or something like that. But, college is still great. I'd love to go. But if I don't have to, then I can go straight to the league. Why not take that route?
That's how you just said, man. I think all people know that college is the traditional route and that could still work. But I think for a lot of guys, being able to go get the money right away, play at a professional level right out of the gate is appealing to a lot of guys.
Right, right.
And so if the NBA route's not an option, G League's a route. We know Jalen Green, Isaiah Tyler, these guys created this past year. What kind of impact do you see it having now in the 2021 class, 2022, and so on?
I mean, it's another big influence and motivator for us. I feel like now that we know that this is possible, we have something greater to strive for than just going to college and then maybe playing 2, 3 years or maybe 4 years and then going to the league or not going to the league at all. I mean, I feel like it would give us more motivation straight out the gate, straight out of middle school even, start his freshman year to start grinding and getting better.
Couldn't agree more. And we'll get more of the stuff on the court in a little bit, but as you know, I mean, you obviously deal with alopecia. I mean, take us through the first time I started experiencing how you've kind of grown accustomed to it.
I first started experiencing it in 7th grade, I think. And, back then it was like, because we were younger, we didn't really know any better. So it was like, okay, well, this just happened. And it was all cool. But then as you get older, kids start looking at you like, oh, wow, you're still like this? Like, you're weird. Like, to me, I didn't really care because, like, either way it goes, I was playing, I was hooping, I was at my best. And, I was doing the right things I needed to do to achieve it. So I just kept looking at that as motivation and kept pushing forward.
Yeah, I think that's something special. I mean, I think God puts certain things in people's stories to make this story much better. And I think that's something that, especially if you make it to the NBA level, you're at a high level there. That's a story that everyone can recognize with and kind of see it as a special thing that's part of your story.
Yeah.
I mean, as you kind of develop with that, I mean, obviously you said it kind of took time to get more and more confidence from it. When did you start kind of clicking for you and you realized you can kind of use this as a positive? You can use this as something to kind of bring awareness, bring this as kind of a big image using your platform?
It was about maybe freshman year. I started, it was in the 8th grade year, and I got posted on like MSH TV or whatever from the CB3 camp, and it started blowing up. And so like people were just like tagging me, and like they were like tagging Charlie Villanueva, and he was like, "Yo, this kid's just like you. This kid's nice." So he hit me up one day, and he was like, "Yo, so you're the kid they're talking about is like me or whatever?" I was like, "Yeah." So we started talking from then. And then that just like gave me a big confidence boost and made me realize, if he can do it, then I can do it too.
And that's cool. I mean, obviously, we know he was in the NBA for about 13 years, and he achieved what you ultimately want to do. What's your bond like? What kind of impact has he had in your life now since you got to know him?
He's had a pretty big impact. We've got to know each other a little bit better. We got closer, And now that we're communicating more on a daily basis, it's more talking about like basketball than anything.
Mm.
So he's just motivating me to get better and give me tips along the way.
And him being a guy that has played in the NBA, gone through different routes at the college level, professional, what kind of tips is he giving you as you get ready for the next step now?
He's just talking about essentials that you need to get into the league. Like you got to be able to shoot with range, just stuff like that. Like the mentality you need to have to be able to make it at this next level. Because people are always going to doubt you. People are always going to, make fun of you, say stuff like this or that or it's whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you can do. You got to control what you can control.
And you look at your game right now, what's some of the stuff you're looking to add to your game before you move on to college level professional route?
By the time I get to college, I just want to have that confidence to bring the ball up the court under 94 feet pressure every time, consistently, stay under control, and then get to the court and make plays.
And a lot of traction for either college decision, even now to the G League extent, teaming up with someone's a huge appeal to like a lot of guys. And you have another guy that's a top recruit on your team in Trae. You play AU with a lot of the top recruits. Talking to those guys, are there any of those guys you wouldn't mind teaming up with, maybe in college or at the pro level?
Um, I mean, a lot of those guys, they're obviously gonna go to college or the next level, maybe even the pro level. Those guys, they come to the gym every day with a different mindset because they know like, okay, if I waste 5 minutes in this workout, it could cost me $1 million in the future. So with that mindset, as they pass on down to me, it's like, okay, so every second I'm in here, that's $50,000, something like that, where I gotta work hard or else I'm gonna lose what I can get someday.
Couldn't agree more. And that's the mindset that obviously some of the best players have. When did that mindset kind of click for you? You realized you could be an elite player and you could really take this thing not only to the college level, but become a true pro prospect someday.
Yeah, it started to click for me in 8th grade. Like I said, after I got the MSHTV video and it blew up, and people started hitting me up talking about how good I could possibly be, or if I keep working hard, what level I could get to. And that just motivated me to say, hey, if I can get better at this and that, and I make it to this next level, then what can I do beyond that? Can I get even further if I work even harder, or is it going to stop there?
And more guys are coming into high school with so-called, I guess, middle school clout and all that. And how are you able to balance that and turn that away and kind of still work on your game, focusing on just becoming the best player as opposed to getting sucked into the media attention?
Um, to me, I'm not really focused on social media and rankings and all the hype or whatever. Now obviously I know some people, and if I play against them in the game, it's like, okay, I'm here to destroy you. I don't care who you are or whatever you are. I'm here to lock you down and give you buckets. And at the end of the day, they should know obviously who's better.
Couldn't agree more, man. My last thing before I let you go is when you talk about what you want to build as your legacy overall throughout your career, both on and off the court, what do you want to be remembered for by the time you step away from the game of basketball?
I want to be seen as a beacon for the people who suffer the same way I have. I want them to realize, okay, I don't have to stay at home. I don't have to not play sports, even though I love it, just because I'm afraid of how people are going to look at me or what people are going to say when I'm on the court, when I'm off the court. I just want them to know that just because you look different or just because you have something different than other kids doesn't mean that you have to stop chasing your dreams or stop doing whatever you want to do to better your future.
Man, I couldn't agree more, man. Best of luck, my guy. I appreciate you taking time to come on. Of
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
course, man. Y'all's welcome on, man. God bless.
All right.